This is Mr. Islam Yusuf. Our tutorial today about writing an equation. In this tutorial we'll know how to translate sentence into equation. Some problem solving question. How to translate sentence into formula. How to translate equation into sentence. Number 1. Translate each sentence into an equation. 7 times a number squared is 5 times the difference of k and m. 7 times a number squared, as we said before, it will be 7 times a number squared. This number will be x squared, or you can represent as y, a, or any variable, is which is equal 5 times the difference. So we have write 5 times the difference, mean we have an operation inside the bracket, and the sign now will be minus the difference of k and m. So we write k and m. 15 times a number subtracted from 80 is 25. Subtracted from, this sign will be minus, and we subtract from 80, so we have to write 80 at the first, so that's 80. 15 times a number, so we'll subtract 15 times x from 80 to make the result, which is 25. Number 3. 2 plus the quotient of a number and 8 is the same as 16. 2 plus, then we write 2 plus the quotient. We can write the quotient as division or as a fraction. So we have a number and 8, so the number, let the number is x, and 8 will be the denominator, is the same as 16. The same as 16, which is equal to 60. 27 times k is h squared decreased by 9. 27 times k, which is 27k, is which is equal h squared, that's h to the power 2, decreased, which is minus, by 9, so by minus 9. Number 2. There are 40 members in Florida Center. This is 80 fewer than the number of Florida House. How many members in Florida House? To solve this problem, we need to translate the problem that we have into equation. There are 40 members in Florida Center. Let Florida Center, which is S, equals to 40. This 40 is 80 fewer than the number of Florida House. The number of Florida House is unknown, and we need to find it. So we can solve it as Florida Center is 80 fewer than, as we said before, fewer than or less than, the sign now will be minus, and the expression which before fewer than will be written after the minus sign, and the expression which after fewer than will be written before the minus sign. So we write now the Florida House, which is h. So to solve it, now we can say that Florida Center, which is 40, is equals to h minus 80. By adding 80, so h now is equals to 120. In this problem, we need to translate the sentence into formula. The area of the triangle equals the product of half the length of the base and the height. Let the area, which is a, the length of the base, which is b, and the height, which is h. So we can write it as a is equals to half the product, which is 1 over 2 times the base times the height. So we can write it as the area is equals to half the base times height. In a right triangle, the square of the measure of the hypotenuse C is equals to the sum of the square of the measure of the legs, which is A and B. For the first one, we have the square of the measure of the hypotenuse, so the square, which is C power 2. The sum of the squares of A and B, so the sum, which is plus the square of a and b, so it means a squared plus b squared. In this problem, we need to translate the equation into sentence. 6z minus 15 equals to 45. So we'll start from 6z. 6z, it means 6 times z. So we can start as 6 times z minus 15 is equals to 45. Or we can say with a different way, because we have minus, so we can say that 15 less than 6 times a number is 45. Or we can say with another way, which 6z decreased by 15 is 45. Then it will be 6 times a number decreased by 15 is 45. So we can write the equation in many different ways. Number 2, y squared plus 3x equals to w. The first one, y squared plus, which is increased by, increased by 3x. What is the meaning of 3x? Which is 3 times x equals is the same as w. Number 3, 15 is equals to 25u squared plus 2. To solve this problem, we have 15 equal, we can write it or convert it to be as 25u squared, which is the product of 25 and a number squared. 25 times a number squared increased by 2. In the next tutorial, we'll know the meaning of equation, the meaning of solving equation, how to solve one-step equation.